Hello and welcome back to the Diamond 10-foot 10-ball challenge. We're here tonight. We have a match between Landon Shuffett, who's racking the balls now, and Earl Strickland. 18-year-old Landon Shuffett taking on 40-something-year-old
Earl the Pearl.
I'm J.R. Calvert with Inside Pool Magazine, and joining me here in the booth is Alvin Nelson. Alvin, welcome.
Welcome for battle. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is Battlefield Pool here. Earl's been ready to go. All right, Landon's going to break off here. One on the side. Or was that the 9-ball? That was the 9-ball. This is any indication of a start.
They look like they're pretty good spread here. Landon is the current junior champion right now. Just beat Brandon Crockett 13-12 in the finals at Romines in Milwaukee about a week and a half ago. Also got a scholarship to Linwood University for the most deserving junior player. They're going to give that award in the future, one person every year.
I'm not very familiar with Landon's game, so I'm just kind of learning while I watch. I've seen him play a few times. I know that he knows how to run out.
I think he knows how to do everything. He plays the game well. He has great mechanics. His father is a teacher and a billiard teacher. And at the same time, pretty nice kid.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. All of 18 years old.
I like his reserved approach. He's a very quiet person at the table. I think it's a contrasting styles here. As you've got the young conserve player against, he's basically up and coming, even though he's been around for years. I mean, he's only now getting into the stage of where he's a competitor on a major scale, at all events. Was he a shoo-in to win the Junior Nationals? No, Brandon Crockett is a great player. So, obviously about a 13-12 score there. But at the same time, you have Earl, who's been around for, going on 4 decades now, and is an all-around champion of just about every sport. Now you're hearing a lot of clapping due to the fact. And Justin Hall is, believe, taking the one pocket title.
Wow.
He's going to have.
I thought he said Ryan Stone.
I thought he got second.
Wow. If Justin won that's amazing. Won the banks and the one pocket. Why not?
Why not?
Why not beat the pants off everybody, the whole building? Crazy.
And Landon Shuffett
Here he goes.
takes the first game, quietly and methodically dissecting that rack. And Earl, showing a lot of respect, has not said one word yet. Now, when I used to play Earl respected me.
He did.
He did. Earl and I never had a problem at the table. Not once. He knew that I was going to give him a fair rack. He knew that I was going to do the right thing all the time. I believe that Earl may be in his 50s now, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think he's like 52, 53-ish.
Ish.
Our chat would probably know.
And Landon is breaking the balls a ton. I've been watching him the last 4 or 5 days around here, just crushing those balls. He kicks that back leg up. He's one of those kickers. Watch his back leg come up while he breaks. He didn't do it a lot there. He took a lot off of it, but I think he's just getting used to the table. But it came up a little bit.
Right.
That shows that he has a nice weight shift.
He's probably adjusting for this table.
Well, honestly, I think as a competitor, one of the things that you know is that at the beginning of the match, you have a lot of adrenaline. It just races through you. There's something about when it's go time,
Right.
you know. And so you take a little bit off of all your shots at the beginning. Earl's going to go down for the
He's going
210.
for the cheese.
And he's going to make this look easy, I bet.
Wow. This is a tough little combo here. Look at the angle.
No, I think it's a lot
okay.
easier with
It's a
where.
hanger.
I mean, he's almost straight in. That's the issue. I mean, with where he's going to hit the two. The two's going to go to the bottom rail a little bit, and he won't baby this. Trust me.
Wow. That's what I'm saying. That thing was off.
Well, he missed just a hair. Like, meaning like the two ball should have went down a little bit faster. He had to cut it a little bit more. Want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. Nice little crowd out there, out in the chat. See a lot of our friends.
Hello, my friend.
I see Rooster. I see Doorbell. I see
What's up, Dora?
Neil Bouvier. A lot of us. Hey, if you feel like inviting a few more, use the share button down
Howdy,
in the
y'all.
lower right-hand corner of your YouTube or Ustream player. It brings up another window and has all the links and everything. You just a couple of clicks and it takes you a second or two, and you can invite a bunch of your friends to come over and hang out. Would appreciate it, and you have a few more friends to kibitz with in private message. Back to the item at hand. I think what Landon is looking is he was playing a two-way, but he didn't think he would get both of them this good. So he's just going to nick the three and go down table here. Boy, it looks like he's hitting a three heavy, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Maybe he's going all the way down by the 5 or 9. Yeah, this is what I was thinking he was going to do, but he
He's
let it
gonna
get
come
away
out.
from him.
Earl's going to get a shot here.
And what I would call a very makeable, somewhat inviting shot. This says run out on me. I'm sure this wasn't what he was expecting.
keep moving there.
The question here is above the 7 or below the 7. Below the 7's a better line. That's what he's looking at right now. See if he can run it tight to the corner, miss the 7 and the 10. Boink, boink.
He's going to beat it.
No, he got there.
Do everything wrong for you.
But he was supposed to run it tighter.
Ooh, why did he do that?
Well, because he couldn't hit the 5. Look at that shot.
Wow.
Now he wants to do the old 2-rail, get behind it, and bank that ball straight up past the side. Oh, he's saying, what if I kick it in the hole? More times than not, you're going to kick his ball right towards the side pocket. That's your benchmark here. And you do things that keep the cue ball under control. A little bit of left, a little bit of right, low, high. I hit this particular shot with a little bit of right, not high, just right-hand English. It lets me get a more sticky cue ball, so to speak. That's it right there. Might hit a little bit heavy, but he's fine. Nice touch.
Nice shot.
So Earl has the weights on today in the long sleeves
The duct tape.
and the duct tape.
I think he's got 2 to 3 shirts on, minimum.
Does he have aluminum foil inside of 2 pairs of socks is what I'm asking.
I don't know. He gets cold, though, he said.
Well, the funny thing is he's been practicing without the arm weights and in short sleeves.
Huh. Let's see what kind of effect that could take.
Gordme gave us the June 8th, 1961 in Roseboro, North Carolina is Earl's birth date and town.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Look at this, master of the game.
And, you know, there's 2 schools of thought here. One is you put it on the bottom rail if you want to play the 2-way safe. The other one is you leave it out in the middle of the table.
That's awesome.
When you know you're going to get the safe. And Earl knew he had the safe there. He was only playing cue ball.
It's harder to hit.
It's so much harder to hit. Suddenly it went from a basketball
Right.
to an orange.
Right. It's hard. The farther away from the rails it is, the harder it is to hit.
Yeah. Hardest ball on the table to hit sometimes is the one that's dead smack in the middle of the table. Because some of the hits obviously are scratches, but it's a long way from a rail, trust me.
Yeah, it's tough to angle that all out in your mind. Exactly where it's going to go, roll off to. It's funny. Let's see if he's going to hit it. I knew he wasn't going to. Wow, look at that.
One of the things a lot of the players
Didn't hit
miss
a ball.
is that they're dealing with bananas and not arrows when they make kicks. If you were to really look at the path of a ball, sometimes it doesn't go straight off a rail. It does a little banana hook, even if you're just putting a little high or low or left or right.
He's duct taped up. He needs a robotic arm, I think.
The $6 million man.
$6 million Earl. This table, like you were saying, is so set up for Earl to play his best pool.
Well, Earl appreciates and loves to start playing pool when he feels that if he gets out, the other guy might not get out.
Mm-hmm.
See, if he thinks that, he does not appreciate the game when it's on 4 1/4 or 4 1/2 inch pockets or 4 3/4.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
You know, he's crazy right now. He's
How what a roll that was.
well, to Landon,
Wow.
that's a great little thing to get as an
Jeez.
extra game.
Man, that's crazy.
How lucky are you?
Well, Landon goes up 2-0 here, folks, and I just got to say that's a gift.
That was.
But the points that I'm saying though is Earl likes to get out when it's tough. He doesn't care if everybody can do something. He's the guy that, you know, you're jumping your dirt bike and everybody's doing the 5-foot ramp, and Earl's saying, wait till it gets to be 30 foot and I'll come over and jump it then. Maybe I'll be interested. You know, and that's kind of Earl's personality.
Yeah, he wants a challenge.
He wants a challenge, and this table challenges him, and he gets fired up for it.
Mm-hmm. He's been on it the whole time we've been here. He's constantly playing on it as much as he can.
Watch Landon shift his weight, and that back leg will come up. See if he's starting to get a little set in here. The 3-4 looks wired, but that 7 looks a little funky to me. And the 1 doesn't really have much of a pocket, so I imagine Landon might elect to shoot the 1 into the rail and into the 5 and let the cue behind a 10 ball. If he can.
That's the shot.
Well, he might not even need to get the 5 air. Cue, you know, 1 might only go 4 or 5 inches.
Ooh.
Just like that. But he left it in front of the hole. And to Earl Strickland, this represents the challenge that he wants to overcome.
Look at this. Oh, wow.
I think this is going to be the same song, just a different verse. Bank the 1 to the rail and let the cue follow to the rail and then back up into the 5. You just got to make sure he doesn't hit the point when he follows forward. Great shot.
Did it again.
Great shot. I think he's the 2-railer that he left Earl here is really funky, and the 1-railer is really almost not makeable. Takes Earl Strickland to hit this ball.
Definitely. Oh,
Yeah, he
here comes
doesn't-
Landon. He's
doesn't
going to
wanna-
break the balls out.
Oh, that's what Landon didn't want.
Yeah, now now it's not wired. The combo.
Yeah. I might look at trying to go off the rail and hit the 3, but I think I'd just go down and get the 2 if I thought about it. See how the 3 goes down in the corner pocket here?
Right.
I'd probably just run clean if I was trying to do this. I'm glad I don't have such problems. believe Earl is in New York City right now.
That's where he's living.
That's where he's living.
Thanks to Upstate Al, by the way, out there.
Upstate. Our moderator, Upstate.
Yeah, he's at Steinway Billiards, Earl is.
Getting ready to go over to House of Lords, or I don't know whether he's going to House of Lords. I'm not. That's a little gray area there for me. But I know that there's a 10-foot table in there somewhere, Earl, and a whole bunch of confidence.
There you go. That sounds like a good show.
You get it on the 10? Almost. Great try. Great try. Earl loves to cut this ball in.
Yep.
He actually hits this ball as good as anybody I've ever seen hit it.
He's
He's
not
going to
going
play
for it
safe.
today.
He's going to start torturing Landon, I think. I think he thinks he can out-safe Landon. Earl gets in that mode where he just wants to play safe.
Yep.
And out-move, which he does appreciate that. He can play some phenomenal pull behind it.
Right. Makes it even worse on the other guy.
Yeah, I remember I was about Landon's age, and I thought I would get into a safety battle with Earl.
Yeah.
We were playing 8-ball, and as it would turn out, I thought Earl didn't know anything about 8-ball or how to play safe in 8-ball.
Oh, yeah.
I found out that I was wrong.
Look at that hit. Is he going to get it? No.
No, he didn't get it. Good hit. Nice and clean. It's going to be on the wrong side of this ball. Nope. He can get there for this. He can do all right. Special little shout out to Eli. Eli's been helping us with all the videos this week. Little shout out to him. Thanks, Eli.
Alcatrax. This is from Alcatrax, man. I want one of them T-shirts, man. Oh, you did a great job. All right, my friend. That's it. Sweet, man. Thanks. All right.
Well, here's the shot of the rack. This is the one that everybody's been kind of wondering whether it's going to be made when it's shot at.
Doink.
And that happens. And Earl's allowed to get up and bank his ball right in, and he's allowed to miss it by a mile.
Sure.
It's kind of funny. You can't judge Earl by what you see in the first 5 or 10 games. He missed it. Left Landon a tester. That's all I got to say about this shot.
Mm-hmm.
Pick your poison, put it in the hole, and run out.
Yeah, it's going to be tough getting from the 7 to the 9 here.
Well,
It's going to have to go forward, of course.
actually, my
Draw.
lower left-hand corner,
Yeah.
low left-hand English, and swing it
Gotcha.
out to the other side of the table. One rail. And don't baby it, just put it in the hole. That's the way you hit
Nice.
it, right there, baby.
That's nice.
No babying. You
Right.
hit it and you say, "Look, that's easy."
Mm-hmm. Just pop it.
You might have hit it a little bit hard, but
Now he's got to do it again.
yeah. And Landon's look at the composure. Instead of trying to rush the shot and shoot it and then blame it on the other guy and get mad and lose 2 or 3 more games, he's willing to wait, sit at the end of the table,
Let Johnny shoot.
silently watch the master.
Mm-hmm.
Go to a happy place for about 30 seconds and get ready to bury this ball.
He's going to have to.
And he did it right.
Shot.
Plain English, flat ball, 4 rails.
Tough shot right there on this table.
He really shot that ball correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And Landon Shuffett takes a 3-0 lead.
Nothing.
All right, Earl has the crossed arms, as you can see in the background there by our Simonis banner. That's the Earl that you don't want to see if you're playing him. Pretty much a packed crowd. Everybody's here to see the kid take on the old man.
Yep.
I think it's fair to say that there's 30 plus years between these two players. 34, I believe, something like that. Maybe 31.
Oh, right in the hole. Wow. That's painful.
Earl's not going to like the idea.
Shit.
Yep, he
Wow.
didn't like it. He didn't like the idea that
Guys are all lucky.
Landon has made a mistake now. Earl's going to bust a 3 out now because the 2 is going to be his insurance shot. He's a little angry. He makes his deuce, he's going to be angry. He gets safe like this, he's going to be more angry.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? He missed it.
Earl's in pure form tonight.
Well, if Landon was to get a 5 or 6-0 lead and start playing good, I think he would be. We'd be able to see if there's a gear that Earl has, like the old days.
That's gets him geared up, gets him psyched up when he gets down. It really does. It makes him play hard. I think he's just tired tonight.
Somebody was asking about C.J. Wiley out in there. Dave 714. Yeah, C.J. has shown up. He's playing in the 9-ball event.
Well, he's straight in on the 4. He's just going to have to take a harder cut on the 5. Back cut. See how steep of a back cut he's got here. That's a missable shot. He's going to look at the angle, which is smart. See him looking at the angle.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of players don't do that. They just think they can feel that ball. And you got to look, he's double checking it too, because, man, you really got to be on the right line for that. Earl actually hits these really good. See how Landon can hit him. He fired it. It's funny, you got to judge a lot of different things going on there. Now he's got another one.
This is tough.
This one isn't too bad. He'll be going at the 7 too. Should probably land on it okay. He's going to hit with high ball. Made 2 and 1.
Let's see what Earl looks like, because I don't think he's going to be happy about that. Landon Shuffett goes out 4-0.
And we're back.
I think Landon's breaking these balls hard. You can hear how hard he's hitting this rack.
Seen Earl down way more than this and come back and win.
Now, even though the 10 ball went in the bottom pocket there, it doesn't count. That's the one that doesn't. So that ball will be spotted and Landon will keep shooting. I actually like pocketing this ball on the side with low left. Coming up. Oh, let's see what he does. Yeah, I think he's going to go the other way and pocket it in the corner and mess with those balls in the corner. I pocket it in the side.
I think he's going in the side.
Okay.
You may be right. It's hard to tell.
I mean, I know where I'd put it.
Yeah. Oh, he banked it in.
He's playing safe, and he's come up a little
Not
high
so.
as far as safes go. Earl's not happy.
He's tired.
That isn't going to take off. Didn't have enough speed.
I said I'd get snookered.
He's,
It's too late. We should have started. You know, they should have started this match a lot earlier.
no, it's
Never
the
seen nothing
same
like
for
this.
both players.
Got one stinking roll.
This is how it was last night. He was saying that he wasn't getting the rolls against Shane. Now, he wasn't. But there, he put himself there. I disagree. He needed to hit that with a little bit more pace and some spin, and I think there would have been some spin left on that third rail, and he would have got up there for the two. We're only talking about 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch. Now the 6 is his only problem. You see it doesn't go by the 8 there. But he should be able to get the 6 in the corner or the side. And with the 5 down on that side of the table, I don't think this is a big deal. So let's see if he gets straight in on the 6 in the side, stops Whitey for the 7 ball. I think he's going to complain while he runs out.
He's letting the fire mouth go for sure.
Fire mouth, I like that. Did he swing it? He's right on the 50. See, he's coming up short here. I don't know what's going on here, whether it's the armband or what he wants to do here. Okay, fairly straight.
Boinged off the roll.
Boinged.
Boinged.
This ball won't even go in there.
Now the 8 should help him out here a little bit as long as he uses a little bit of low Q and kills his ball so it doesn't roll behind it and go forward.
Wow.
Nice. How's he hit him, folks?
That was a great shot.
I don't think there was an 1/8 inch either side for that from that direction. Earl, you put yourself there. Now
Never
We know
seen
you wanna-
anything like this.
he missed that ball.
Skidded too.
I heard it skid. It did make a sound. So what do you think, Alvin?
I'm sure Landon's got a lot more energy than anybody in the room, being that he's 18 years old. So he should be fairly certain to run this rack out, and
Take a commanding 5-0 lead.
that's pretty good.
When we broke down a performance shaft to see how it works and how to make it better, you will ask yourself, how do we ever shoot without it?
We felt that we could create something better. The Viking Exact Shot.
And the score's 5-0. We're back. Landon to break game 6. I think he's going to start hitting them a little bit harder. Let's see if his leg goes up just a little bit higher this time. Sounded like something flew off the table there.
Sure did.
I swear it had that sound of a ball flying off. Not exactly the easiest 1-7 combo to get started here. Landon may be able to shoot the 1 through the gap in where the 7 and the rail is. Take the cue to the bottom rail and up into the 7. Let's see if he's going to shoot this. Perfect shot.
Good shot.
Perfect shot.
Oh.
And Earl's just winging at it.
Yeah, I think he's not even trying anymore.
If you're Landon, you're thinking, I hope he shoots like his whole set.
Exactly.
We asked Landon earlier, and he didn't seem to be worried about Earl.
Nope.
What were his exact words?
I don't care about Earl Strickland. I don't care. So what if he starts razzing me? He don't bother me. I don't care about Earl Strickland. I played him before. Good shot.
Get on the other side of the 4 there. Now, the 8-10 is a little bit unnerving, but it doesn't mean that that ball doesn't go in the lower left-hand corner pocket here. Either way, Landon has opportunities to come down and play safe by getting fairly even or even making the ball if it's makeable. I can't tell, but he's going to probably shoot the rack the same way because there's no sense in trying to break it up. You're just going to pick a point here that lets you get a lot of position and then go down and do that shot. Of course, you usually decide it before you get to this point. So, small technical error there. I think he hit it well.
Looks like he can make it.
If he can make it, he's dead out. If he can't, it's a little bit of a funny place.
That's a
He
real
can make
funny
it.
shot.
He can make it.
He's looking at it. Twink. Wow, 6-0 on Earl. Phew. I've seen Earl run 9 straight racks at 6-0 and win this.
Yeah, all this is
run.
doing is possibly making Earl mad. Is what we asked the chat, and you guys pretty much told us you put Earl as the favorite. And I don't blame you. I think the whole world would take Earl.
Yeah, you can't bet against Earl. It's hard to.
Landon is a great player, though. Don't get this wrong.
Oh yeah, he can shoot. We're not making excuses.
He has championships underneath his belt. He's been around for years.
It bounced off.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
A lot of action. Now, That 2 goes up in the corner, and he can probably get perfect on it with a stop shot. So let's see if Earl can do his thing here.
You say he plays like Johnny Archer?
I have no idea what he's getting at.
I shoot fast, you shoot slow. That ain't even fair. Tell you the truth. I didn't waste all this time looking around like you do. Of course, I gotta look over here.
Well, I think it's kind of funny. I don't think Earl knows how to shoot slow.
What?
I think he's just going to do a stop shot here. Pretty easy. Now that's the 4 ball over on by the 7 and the 8. He can go straight across. He can go down and behind the 8. He can even pull it on the other side. Let's see what he wants to do. He pulled it on the other side.
This ain't gonna want that game.
Huh. Might end up on the 50 here. I think that ball goes down there, huh? There's Earl finally getting a point.
I can't believe the 7 ball didn't skid.
Earl's kind of holding court here.
All right, Earl got 1. Woohoo.
Slow. I should go over and sit down for about 10 minutes and keep up with his pace.
Earl's getting warmed up here, folks. Like I said, I don't think he knows how to play slow. He's just trying to occupy his time.
Well, he's going to have to make a ball first.
Yeah, well, he certainly split them up, and the 2 might not be safe here. Oh, it's a little funny. It is a little funny. friend Neil says he was just at his house for lessons.
Nice.
He's probably going to stick him right on the 4 here. Bank the 2 ball to the center of the table, like we were saying. But this is where you get to use balls to block kicks. So let's see if he has any balls in mind that he's going to use to block the kick. And usually what you try to do is to take the short rail away from the guy. And it looks like Landon's even saying, can I make a 2-10 combo? After this, what? Just in case the kick's missed? See, one of the things is if you leave it down by the 8 there, the 6 will block one way, the 8 will block the other way, and the 4 will block one of the other ways. Look at this
guy.
shot.
Wow.
I didn't even see him trying that shot.
Know about that shot.
Certainly was interesting.
Getting up and shooting.
Look, he's trying to keep himself from getting up and shooting.
Torture me. I already know what to do. Why they do that? That's over there. Just torture people.
Wow.
I can't play like that. Just can't do it.
Well, let's see if he walks this ball. I think he's going to try and walk it. No, he looks like he's hitting it square. Landon might try the old 2-railer here. You never know. After that latest combo. I like Landon's game.
Yeah.
I really do. Today's his dad's birthday. Well, at least it was an hour ago.
Yeah.
We were down having a cup of coffee together right before the match. Of course not Landon. Landon
Yeah.
wasn't drinking coffee. And he said, yeah, it's my birthday. I didn't ask whether Landon was trying to win for his dad. But I'm sure it's on their mind, or Landon's
Definitely.
mind.
Well, he's doing a pretty good job so far.
I think that'd be a heck of a birthday present.
Yeah, he went at that ball.
He went at it, but I think this one is
Not
going to be a
good.
little bit bad for him because I
Yeah.
can see Earl coming to life. Earl is perplexed. Like, how can they keep getting good rolls? Well, they miss Earl. Look
What
at
is
this.
he doing?
Did it scratch or not? Well, he had to. He had to get through the 6 with a lot of high right. And I think he got a bad
Got
roll.
hooked.
Can he just jump this? Let's take a look. Get us on camera. I think he got to jump it or do something.
Boy, all he's got to do is touch that 3 ball. Boy, this guy can jump full Q too. Or he's going to mass A here.
Yeah.
Oh. Boy, this is a funny one here. Look at this. Look
Well,
at
he's
this
gonna.
shot.
He'll play it off the 10, I think. back of the 10, and go up table zigzag.
Okay.
Oh,
went a
he
little
got the
easier.
9. It's all right.
He's actually got a good
He's
lick.
going to get a roll.
He did. He got a good lick.
The thing about this is that when you get Earl in this position, you got to put him away. Because if the rolls stop and you think, wow, you know, I got 8
I'm
games
ahead.
out of that, I'm safe.
Yeah, I'm ahead on Earl.
And then Earl goes,
That's definitely a big mistake.
yeah, and he like says, puny human, and just
Smash.
you know, next thing you know, it's like 1,000,000 to 8. Sounded a little bit like a miscue.
Yep.
We're having a little bit of an issue getting some scores from some of the other matches, but we're wondering if we might be able to get the Buford and or Burford and maybe the Archer match. Well, Pagaline too and Jeremy Jones. I don't know whether we'll be able to get those or not.
It looks
Maybe
like,
Ed
3 to
Assisson
2.
might have mercy on our soul and give us an update here.
It looks like 3 to 2. Archer and Hillbilly. Not sure who's ahead. We'll know here in a minute. Meanwhile, Lando, the commando, getting closer to 7.
Let's see if he goes 1 rail or 2 rails on this. The 1 rail flop or a zigzag. I like the zigzag too. Lets me run it flat, but it's easier to judge the ball to hit the rail and then come off than it is to say this far distance before the rail, which is kind of a strange thing, but it's the way the mind works there. Earl's going to give him that one, and if this was a race to 7, it would have been a blown out.
You want me to okay, digital on this? 'Cause that's the way you're acting.
I don't care. Do what you want, man. I like that. I like Landon's attitude. Do what you want, man. I don't care, man. He's turning Earl off, man. He don't hear Earl at all. He's in the zone.
That's what you do. Earl's a hurdle between you and victory, and the more you listen to him, the bigger he gets.
Yep.
So you make him as big and as powerful as you want. It's all you, man. You got the volume switch. 7-1 in favor of Landon Shuffett as he gets ready to break game 9. Nice.
Earl got him a little mad there, I think.
I think he wants this one.
Yep.
That one was the one that I was telling you was coming. The one where the foot comes up past the shoulder almost. And that was a nice weight shift. Held back. Boy,
Looking down the
His
barrel of Earl there.
mechanics are just unbelievable.
See what Earl sees. Wow.
He's going to want to come down a little bit for this one. Now, this is one where you have to worry about zigzagging. So now you don't get to use that second rail as your tester as much as you normally would. But he has to get on the other side of this ball, in my opinion, to play this ball right. Okay, that's now he's going to be on the
Got
other
a
side
lick.
of the ball, and he got a good roll.
What a surprise.
But he was going to go the other way around the 4, and I kind of like the way where you're always, no matter what speed you hit the ball, you were going to have a shot at the 5 in the hole.
Nice.
Now here's the tester right here, folks. And Landon's probably going to hit this ball with high left, but that's going to be about as big of a cinch that you can possibly have for this shot. And if I was to guess, he's not going to hit this ball super soft. He's going to roll it with the pace to go over to the second rail and off about a foot. Actually, he caught to the third rail. Look at him hit that ball. Stroke of confidence, folks. That wasn't a guess. He knew he was making that ball. Amazing.
Nice. Man, he pockets those great. He's been taking lessons from Stevie Moore, traveling with him. Who takes lessons from Earl, so he's actually getting Earl's knowledge through Stevie. So
Right.
Earl's beating himself basically here.
Well, a lot of people get lessons from his father, who's a practitioner and teacher of the CTE, the Center to Edge system. And his father is quite the player as well.
All right, he's going to give him 7-1.
Folks, we have a special guest joining us right now, John Bertone of Kamui Tips. John, welcome.
Hi, JR.
Thanks for showing up at this, what appears to be a landslide, lopsided set here. Not what everybody was thinking on the chat. They haven't seen Landon play in a while, but watch this weight shift and look how hard he hits these balls.
Oh, yeah, I was watching him earlier while he was practicing. One, two, three.
He's going to get a hit here. He's all right. He's all right. He may even elect to bank this one ball and come down below for the 3. Or just play safe. I mean, there's no sense in trying to go crazy. Our Edward assistant, has given us some rundowns on the match here. Between Alex and Jeremy Jones, that's knotted up at 3. Or Colo and Burford, knotted up at 4. And Archer is ahead of Bryant, 4-2. Thanks, Ed. And he did elect the safe, and he's going to put Earl in jail. I think Earl wants to get up in one stroke this, but better judgment is going to prevail here, and he's going to probably walk around the table at least once.
Okay.
Landon just showed a lot of experience and called tournament director Jay Halford in for the hit. So you like Landon's game? Is this your first time seeing him play?
I think I've seen him play once before, but now, I mean, he walked into the room earlier, and
It's a good hit.
It's a good hit there, and a good call by Jake Halford.
and we traded fist bumps. I said, "Go get him, Tiger." And I told him, "Don't listen to anything he says." He says, "I'm ready for him."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm quite proud that he's pretty much done what he's done. Look at that, 8-1.
Well,
Wow.
he defeated Brandon Crockett. He's going to play safe here behind a 5, by the way. Knock the 1 to the bottom rail, leave the cue right on the 5, textbook, and he beat him 13-12. So how good does Brandon play? And that's how Earl wanted to kick that last one. He wanted to just get up and one stroke it right in the hole. Now this one, he can bank the 1 across the table, run the cue into the 9, install it, and leave the 1 on the other side of the 10 ball, almost directly straight across. And that's what he's looking at, is how he runs the cue into this 9.
Yeah.
He just wants to make sure he hits it thin enough to miss the 10, because he needs the 10 to complete this net with the 3. Oh, look at this shot. What a great shot. He's leaving Earl a lot of return safeties.
Right.
I really didn't expect this. Usually you try and keep the cue ball in that mess yourself, and why I thought Landon was going to take that shot. This might be the opening, the unforced error that Earl's looking for, and Earl knows that that's a mistake. So Earl's going to get up and try and win the game from here. See if he puts him right on this ball. Nope. Let it fly.
Wow. So I guess he would bank the 1 on the side. Can you see that there?
He really wants to start playing safe again, and I think the 6 ball is his friend here with the cue.
Yeah.
And he can put the 5 down on the or the 1 on the bottom rail, or at least towards in a line with the 10 and the 6.
There he goes.
See if he got him. He got him. Great shot.
Wow.
And the reason I like that shot is he's showing a lot of confidence that he's going to get the safety.
Well, I'm kind of confused why Earl just approached that very quickly.
That's how Earl shoots. Earl sees it and lets it fly. Other guys want to make sure. Earl's already sure. He really is a machine. He's a great player. If you can keep him in his seat like this the whole set, you've done something. You've actually beaten the game.
Right.
And that's how good Landon is playing right now. He may elect to shoot this 5 down in the corner because he'd be in perfect position. Perfect. Now I'll just run 2 rails around the 7 and get an angle back to the rail. Two rails and around. An angle back to the rail.
Oh boy, the control.
Amazing how well he's playing.
Yeah, and he takes his time. He's so calculated. I really like watching him.
Nice shot there, Landon. I think this crowd is sitting on their hands or something.
Yeah.
To be at 9-1 with Earl and to be inside your head that much and not let Earl in there.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Wow.
I think we're watching something great here, folks. What do you think out in the chat? I think we're watching history. They'll be talking about this for a while. And the thing is, I think Landon thought he was going to do this before the set started, and that's why it's happening.
He was practicing this way. He was really practicing on his break too. What's interesting is watching his break and comparing it to Shane's. Shane was dropping 3-4 balls in on the break, but he wasn't too consistent at that though. But it was quite awesome.
Two very different breaks. Landon powers through and pulls all the way back and stalls, and shifts his weight.
One.
Shane pulls all the way back and then almost decelerates, but keeps going through the ball.
Right. I think this could be the textbook break for a 10-foot table.
It really could. It really comes down to it is there's speed, and then there's types of hits that you try to replicate.
Right.
That optimize the chances for balls to go in.
Right.
Shane has that stroke now. And I believe part of it is not letting the cue ball jump. And if you look at Landon's break, it doesn't jump that much. He's hitting it so clean. It's actually scary to think that an 18-year-old kid might have one of the best breaks in the world.
On a
that's
10-foot
consistent.
table. Right.
It's consistent.
That is consistent. You're correct.
Now, is he going to put him behind a 3? Here's the question. Perfect.
I'm just shaking my head going, wow, this kid is just amazing.
Harold got the doink, and I can tell you right now, Landon wants 10. And he's saying, where do I get to on this 3? Right there. He's just going to draw up to that spot now. This is where something can be a little bit funny.
What I'm understanding about Earl right now is...
And it did get a little bit funny for him, and you can miss your stroke when you start to get to a big key point. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Earl hasn't really had a chance to really get himself upset or grovel or get mad at anything. He really hasn't been to the table much to bark like he did yesterday. And he'd been at the table much and had some bad rolls, and then he started getting a little upset and annoyed. Here, Earl is being an angel. In comparison.
Look at Earl in his seat here.
Oh yeah, he's obviously watching. He's probably watching in amazement of how young and how talented Landon is.
Well, this is a little bit funny here. Jacked up to spear it across table. Sometimes you miss the line of the 6 to the hole. So he let's see if he can follow this ball out of this mess to the rail and back across. Nice stroke.
Yep.
His experience is well beyond his years. You can tell that the time he has on the table, he knows where the problems are. A lot of guys try and spear that ball in, and it jumps on them, and they miss the ball because the cue ball's airbound and gives you a different line on the hit.
Oh. What did you say?
Earl says, Betty snookers me as the ball's rolling to the bottom rail.
It's your turn to win is all I know.
Well, last night he was
He knows
playing Shane, and he was on 12, and he says, the reason I lost this set,
Shark me this. I can't see you.
and he was predicting his loss, so that doesn't mean anything with Earl.
Oh,
That went.
that almost hung. So Earl's wearing the weights on his left arm today.
Yeah, he is. He's mumbling right now. He's not really being clear about
This
anything.
ball's going to skid for you, huh?
I think I'm going to go ahead and give Earl this rack. A couple of people take a moment and hear from one of our sponsors. And we're back. And Earl has finally got in the game here. 9-2 in favor of Landon Shuffett. For those of you just tuning in, we're playing the Diamond 10-Ball 10-Foot Challenge. We're here at Tunica, Mississippi at the Southern Classic, playing on these great Diamond 10-foot tables with 4 1/4-inch pockets. You're watching a match between Landon Shuffett and Earl Strickland. Earl just broke the balls, is trailing 9-2 and has a thin cut on the one. I'm J.R. Calvert with Inside Pool Magazine. Joining me in the booth is my special guest, John Bertone of Kamui Tips. John,
Thank
you
you
get
for
to see
having me.
Well, you're welcome. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Have you got to see many matches like this in your career?
None that stick out in my mind. I think this one will stick out for a very long time.
Now, I wanted to bring something up that just happened there, and let's see if we can take a look at it here. See Landon sitting in Earl's seat?
Shot I just made.
As a gentleman, he would not stand in Earl's line of view while Earl was shooting that shot, so I got up and he moved.
That is very, very nice. Very, very professional.
Of course, he'll get up and take a look and see that Earl's making a good shot, which you're allowed to do, because right now he's the referee,
Right.
in theory.
Nice draw.
I think he's hit the 8 just the wrong way.
Yep. I think now he's going to get annoyed with the pool gods.
I'm just too lucky, ain't I?
Do you think Earl knows he can't just come back from this deficit, and he's just,
I think that's what we're dealing with here. I think that he wants to, generally what he wants to do is just get something started. Bad roll, and a lot of times with a lesser player, if you get them away from the table a while, it takes them a little bit of doing to get back into lockdown mode. And that's what basically Landon is playing right now. He's playing
Luckiest guy in the world, ain't I?
this I'm not going to let you breathe.
I ain't never
I'm
been
not
lucky
going to make a
before.
mistake. And some guys, they can get up and try and do
I've
the
always
shot like
been
this,
good.
and they just won't do it after they've been setting for
Never
5
been lucky.
minutes. And that's what Earl tries to do. He just tries to get something rolling and take you out of your game. And people say, well, he got into my head. No. you sat in your chair and you got up and you thought it was going to be easy to make that first shot, and you forgot that you had to bear down and fight and make that first shot happen.
Right.
And some guys, that's how Earl beats him. Earl can get up and play the same speed, whether he's been setting for 5 minutes or 20 minutes. The problem with Earl is, you know, if you're playing him, is that he never ends up stopping the chatter. And players blame their playing ability on that, and he does get in their head, I admit.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's still execution that's involved here. And Landon's doing a great job at blocking them out and getting up and making those shots when it's his turn. That's the difference.
I think at the end of this, everyone's going to be cheering for Landon based on him and his brand that he's portrayed here to a lot of us today.
Mm-hmm.
And that is very important. I mean, that is very desirable of any company that wants to sponsor him.
Sure.
I love the sound of this cue when it really,
Solid sounding cue, huh?
yeah, solid hit against that cue ball.
Earl's going to go ahead and give that one to him.
I think we'll probably see Earl win another rack, and that's pretty much it. I think Landon's going to bring it home now.
Think he's going to smoke it?
Yeah.
Let's see Earl in his seat. He's having a little chat with the crowd.
Yeah, Earl knows it, so he's just along for the ride, I think.
I remember 10 years ago, little Landon Shuffett doing exhibitions at the Derby City Classic.
How many you got?
10.
He's got 10. His break is, I just love the way he pulls back. Watch how he pulled back and got that little pause and then weight shift.
Yeah. It's one.
And he's going to get a shot on the one here. That's
Almost
pretty good.
two.
And the 310 is, there's a carom here that looks good. I'm not going to lie. I think this is going to be a quick game. 1, 2, 3 look like they're the easiest balls on the table to get to.
Yeah.
No, he's got his point. Yeah, I think Landon Shuffett has arrived. Ooh. He tried to bring. I thought it was going to come 2 rails.
Yeah.
He did try that, and the nice thing about 2 rails is you can really control your line that you come down on. He came down with a follow shot that can bend on him, and it did. Great shot. I think he's going to try and draw down.
Yeah.
A couple of feet short of where he's at, and maybe try and get the cue to come off the rail and into the 6, or if he ends up straight, he can play safe by sticking to the 8 after he banks the 6. Maybe about down where the 4 ball is now. Okay, so he's going to have to play the safety route. He has no real shot here that I see, unless he draws it and comes the other way. It does look like he's drawing it back and around. Nice. He's going to stick him right on the 8 from here, and maybe get a 6-10 if Earl misses his kick. I don't think he's going to put it down there for Earl to be able to kick the 10 in if he would happen to get lucky.
Earl's just coming up just to slap him. That's it.
I think Earl wants this to end.
Yeah.
He wants to be put out of his misery. This is a little tester here. Shows what you really know about the game. Landon's down on it fairly quickly. Good for him. A lot of confidence in that stroke.
I'm speechless.
Earl's going to give that one to him, and I don't blame him. That one there, I think Landon had. I'd like to take a second to remind everybody that next weekend we're going to be in Richmond, Virginia, Midlothian, Virginia to be exact, at Diamond Billiards, hosting that event. Which is the VA State 9-Ball Championship. And join us up there. The action starts Saturday morning on August 4th. Also wanted to thank everybody for showing up again tonight. Appreciate it. All the folks out in the chat. Our moderator, Upstate Owl.
Yes, thank you. I really appreciate all the viewers and the support of our sponsors. Spend a moment and click on Siebert's website and also Viking Q's website. If you spend a little time on their website, they can see that there's a little love there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good because we want them involved in our sport more. We want them to advertise with us.
Well, I can say this. It's nice to see the group of folks that we have put together here coming together. You know, obviously Diamond, Kamui, Simonis, Viking, Seibert's, all great companies. And it's their support that will help start making the sport better.
Yeah, see, Earl isn't playing full Earl.
Earl's hitting it with give up right now.
Yeah, he's freewheeling it.
Well, if it happens to go, I'm going to keep shooting, but I'm not going to go out of my way to play good here. That's kind of what he got going on here.
Yeah.
I think Landon's impressed me. This is why I wanted to put this match on. I had such a good feeling about his game when I was watching him play. I knew he was playing well, but I didn't think he was playing this controlled. I'm counting about 4 unforced errors. 1 or 2 of them on experience, and I'd say that's probably being generous against him. I think he might have only made 3. I mean, he's playing like he's in practice.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm speechless. This kid's a machine. I think he must be putting 25 hours a day playing pool.
Every time I miss, she's like, you gotta give me. You leave me tough.
All right. Take a moment to hear from one of our sponsors here. Maybe not.
Okay.
Landon is racking us up pretty fast, and I think we had a sound error on that one. Sorry at home, folks. Ball jumped. Didn't hit it as square. I think he's going to end up with, it's a makeable shot. It could go. I think he has room here. Hit the 1 into the 7, let them both bank around, and stick the cue right on the deuce. I don't think he got it out there enough.
Jeez, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Earl is apologizing.
He's apologizing that he has to get to the table.
I do sit still, don't I?
Yeah, well, he run into the 7 here. Yeah, he sure did.
Well, we can see obviously you got
You don't want me out, no.
He may
possibly the
stick
3 combos into the 8.
I don't really comfortable at all.
I don't think he's going to go for this. I think he's going to play it safe, unfortunately.
Doesn't have room to get between the 6 and 3 then,
No, I think the only thing that I see here that I think that's feasible is to nick the deuce and get underneath the 3-7. I don't think he can get under the 8. I don't think that's a possibility at this point.
Okay.
He's hitting it full, and he's going to get a good shot here. For those of you who didn't know that he was going to get Earl safe, raise your hand. Great shot by the Pearl. Possibly a safe behind a 7 here. Just a little roll. Below center. It's what's coming up. Doink, and he got it.
You still got the move. You'll play quicker now because you know you're going to win.
Someone shush Earl?
Faster now.
No. I think that's part of the entertainment value. Let's see what Earl says next. Well, here's the shot that Earl's been waiting for. Draw his rock or follow it, doesn't matter. Get out for the 3-8 and string 10 to go ahead. 13-12. And Earl's look of disgust while he's smiling just is, he can't disguise it.
Won you the match. Skitty. Won you the match at one shot.
Oh, Earl hit this one right on the 50 almost. Well, he's a little shy. I guess he got a lot of options this way. He likes making it tough right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's really trying to be anywhere. I mean, he's always either 5 inches too short or a foot too long. Uh-uh.
Scratch.
One rail or two rails here, John? Two. Two rails.
No. He's changed his mind.
He uses that theory to the max, as good as anybody I've ever seen. You can tell that his father has really got some things to him, across to him,
Yeah.
that are important.
I met his father. Just ooh.
Now, I don't know what I saw there. Looked like a head, and I'm not sure whether that was Hillbilly. That's whose head we saw there. I don't, it wasn't that he was sharking him, but he was in that area.
I met
He's
his-
wearing a bright yellow shirt, which can make things a little bit funky when you're shooting
Yeah.
on another table. And Earl's going to clean up that slight mess from an unforced error by Landon.
I met Landon's father a few minutes before the match started. He's a very nice gentleman.
Very nice.
Must
Very
be
nice.
very, very proud of his son.
I think he would be. They seem to have a good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's pretty much over, Jay. I don't think you need to announce mine anymore.
Earl chiming in on the State of the Union.
Skid won in the match. Which stone? They're like in that fucking skid on the ball one.
That's pots and pans.
Pots and pans laying it down. About time we heard from him.
Knew that would happen. Everything fall in. We're waiting for him.
So how does everybody feel about their pre-match predictions of Strickland? I think somebody even went out on a limb and said Strickland was going to win by 5.
Hmm. I had a gut feeling that Landon would win, but not by this margin. No way. I'm thoroughly impressed.
I think that there's every person in the room and everybody at home knows he can get out. He's proven that. I think he's going to go straight up and down here. See if he can come back up between the 5-7. Oh, he's led on to the 7. Not what he wanted.
Yeah, it doesn't allow him to knock it into the corner.
Exactly.
That 7 is kind of blocking that that sight line.
Right. I think he's going to run 2 rails here. Try and get the cue to go up by the 9. Swat the 4 back and forth across the bottom rail would be the perfect shot here. Or, well, what the heck.
Can do
Let's
that.
just go ahead and make it.
Okay.
Get Poe on the 5. What do I know about perfect shots? I'll just shut up.
All right, we're watching. That's it. We're just.
I thought that was great. I mean, he's in perfect position.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're not even on the edge of our seats. We're just sitting here, slouching back with our arms crossed.
look at Earl. That's what he's doing.
Yep. In absolute awe. Imagine yourself being this young and really. Imagine yourself being this young and doing this.
Knowing how to play this well.
Yeah.
College is still the way to go, and I'm glad to hear that he's going to college.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what he's going to major in.
Earl's going to give him that. You can tell Landon has played a lot of events. His composure is just over the top here. Mental control, you don't get that from practicing in your basement. You don't break like that unless you do practice in your basement for about 10 hours a day for a couple of years.
Push.
All right, JR, just sit back and just watch. There's nothing more we can say about this. It's just. Well, for what it's worth, my 3 guys that came out to Tunica to help me out had already called it quits after their room to go sleep.
They're not real men.
Nope.
They're just ex-Army and Marine.
Yep.
Gave Earl the opening, and Earl's just going to go ahead and wing it.
Oh, if he hit it hard enough, he would have made it. Wow, that was going straight in.
I think Earl's been in the electric chair for about 16 games so far. It seems like Landon is getting ready to pull the switch down on him.
That's a brilliant way to put it, electric chair.
I think if he gets on this 5, the lights are going to start dimming in the penitentiary.
Mm-hmm.
Two rails between the 9 and 7. How I see him hitting this. He's going 4 and up and around. And that's a smart play if you don't really feel comfortable about where your line's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Big trail there. Smart shot. Nice shot. He wanted an extra inch or two there, I'm sure, but can't really be picky at this point. All he needs to do is kind of smell the 7, and I think he has 18 options to get onto the 8. And he'll be able to get that 8 in the side, slide out for the 9. Well, the boy from Greensburg, Kentucky is on the hill. To the sound of one hand clapping.
Mm-hmm.
Not one person has acknowledged what he's doing. I think the people at home appreciate it more than here. I think some of them are actually shocked.
Well, let's look at the crowd. Yeah. Yeah, shocked and...
I can guarantee you that probably when Landon gets to 15, which we're just going to use up, that this place will erupt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it is... I guess, they're all sitting there looking shocked.
Earl was in position there, not really looking disgusted. I think he's come to grips.
Well, Potts is not falling asleep. He's watching.
This kid plays good enough to keep everybody on the edge of their seat.
Yeah,
And he's going to get a shot on the 1.
The other night, Pots and Pans was sitting there, fast asleep.
Nice dig. Got through it. And I think he's even got an angle to shade the 5 to the right-hand side here for us. Nice in-between stroke there. Forced the ball over and followed it just a hair. Now he may elect to come straight down table and shoot the 6 in the side. Let's see how he hits this ball. Or at least hit past the side pocket. Straight down table, 1, 2. It's going to get away from him, but he'll be alright. Now this ball wants to lean towards the 9. He's going to have to English it just a hair to kind of keep it away from this 9.
Oh,
And he did miss it.
not good.
And I was waiting for it. Who did not know that? Now, will Earl hit it with give up, or will he stick him behind the 9?
Oh, he's just going to go up there and slap it. He's going to hit it with give up.
Earl's hitting it like he just ran a marathon with 40-pound pack on his hand. Look at this.
Why would you say that?
Good shot.
Don't say that. Man. You don't mean it.
Is that Landon telling him good shot?
All you do.
I think it was.
All right, you get yours. You'll get yours.
You're getting yours now.
Well, he's getting out. This is what Earl's doing. These are some of the easy games to win.
Treat you like shit. Sharp and slow playing. Slow rack me.
He even slow racked him.
Trick the rack. There's my trick.
Well, if Earl is really going to try and get rolling here, he's going to keep talking like this and start running out. He'll keep the same speech for the next 10 racks, even if he's running 10 racks.
Are you predicting it'll go to Hill Hill?
No,
No?
never. This 10 ball getting swatted in was just perfect. Keep in mind, throughout the rest of the week here, we'll have more matches coming at you. The Kamui Payer Play will be coming down. That's 5 events with 1,000 first place guaranteed. Being a title sponsor to that event, how do you feel about those, John?
I'm really impressed with the turnout of our pair play, and I'm really excited to sit down with Edward and brainstorm what we can do better for the next one. Yeah, I'm very happy. I am very happy.
So good, I don't know what to do.
4 still presents a small problem here. I think Landon can get the zigzag to come down. He'll hit just below the side pocket. Diamond below, maybe. As he comes around here, I believe. So he's going to follow forward, get a little angle to the side rail, and then zigzag down for the 4.
Yeah.
I think that is the key. If he does that, he's going to be our champion tonight. And that's perfect right there. That's exactly where he wants to hit. 1 diamond below. He'll reverse the English and slow him down and have a nice angle on the 4. He got below the 7 here. Sometimes players will draw into this 6 ball here. Let's see what Landon decides to do. Nice shot.
Yeah, there it is. Can do it.
Well, he's darn near straight on the 5, right? Pretty much he's going to have to spike this in and maybe pull the cue ball up towards the 6 a hair, and he'll have a natural angle. Looks like he's leveling out. Smart. Smart, smart, smart. One thing I can say about Landon's play, he plays the smart shot a lot of times. We're going to give you guys an update on some of the other scores here. See if we can let Landon finish out this set. Nice shot, great stroke. Honestly, we haven't made a big deal about this, but it really is something to say. 4 1/4 inch pockets, not 4 1/2, 4 1/4 on 10-foot diamond tables. And I think this is the only shot Landon's probably going to be able to play. I think Earl's going to let him have the 10 ball. He is going to let him shoot it. For the victory.
And great.
Yeah, I know. Oh, when the ball's I mean it. You know what I mean.
Landon doesn't want to hear anything that Earl has to say. He just turned around and walked away. Your victor tonight, Landon Shuffett over Earl Strickland, 15-4. Want to take a second, thank all you folks for showing up. Of course, thank all of our sponsors. First and foremost, Diamond Billiards for putting up the tables, the 10,000, the arena, everything you see. Simona's cloth.com. Check it out. Viking Q's, that's vikingq.com.
Yep.
Kamui Tips.
Sieberts.com.
And Sieberts.com. Thanks for all their help tonight and throughout the week. Appreciate it. Couldn't be done without them. Thank you, John Bertone, for showing up and hanging out with us.
Thank you very much, JR, for having me, and thank you, everybody, for putting up with me. I had a lot of fun. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, folks, stay tuned. We're going to be back at you with either another little match coming at you, or maybe even a rerun of this, an encore performance, and get us going here. But thanks for showing up, and have a good night.